Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com. Today is Thursday, June 17th, 2010. And like we do every night, we got another free alert for you. All of our services are free, so check this out. Okay, every day we try to cover, we try to give you a free alert and then go over Q&A with basically questions our members might have asked and things like that. All you have to do is post a comment to this video, and if you want us to look at something, we'll look at it for you, okay, based on our methodology. Today, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go into detail on a question that we got from somebody about what we thought about BP, and I think this is a great lesson, so I'd like to share it with you. Um, BP, okay, let's start off with how it's done right. A while back in the US, we have a company called Geico, and they insure motorists, etc. So, but when they first started out, their theory was we're only going to insure those people who have a low risk of having accidents, and it was a great business model, and they made tons of money. And then somebody got stupid, and they said, "Hey, let's insure everybody." And of course, when they did that, their stock plummeted. Okay, um, that's when Buffett came along, and he said, "Hey, if you stop doing that stupid thing, I'll buy your company." And they agreed, and he bought the company, and the stock soared. And Buffett looks like a genius, but that's all he actually ever does. He goes into situations of great companies, been uh, hit with some kind of bad news, bad action, whatever. He corrects that problem or knows the problem will be corrected. And if he has those two items, he can go ahead and buy, and sooner or later the stock will revalue higher. Now, a lot of people, when BP had their, or has their, I should say, still going on, uh, oil spill in the Gulf Coast there. Everybody sure knows about it around the world, so I won't talk about it too much. But basically, this is a great company. BP is just minding its business and very rarely ever sells off substantially. And then all of a sudden, they get a monster problem. So you've got a stock that trades about 60 bucks a share, now traded half that, okay? And as she started selling off down here, a lot of analysts started saying buy, 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 because so many oil spills we've seen before get resolved, and sooner or later the company would resolve it, and boom, the price would go higher. That was an assumption on their part. They made the assumption that they would be able to fix it. Uh, I would prefer to see it fixed before attempting to purchase any stock of BP. That's just, if you don't fix it, if you left it unchecked and for 6 more months it flows and it goes up the eastern seaboard, if all the worst case scenario things happen, BP would go under. That, I mean, would literally, if you bought stock here, you would get nothing because the company would go bankrupt. Okay, that's the highly likely case scenario if nothing was stopped and if it just continued to flow like it is. Okay, the flow of oil is a liability that is growing, is a cost, an expense that's continuously growing, and as that continues to grow, sooner or later you eclipse the value of BP as a company. Okay, so it would be an error to purchase now, in my opinion. But that's basically the gist of uh, investing. Is you want to find situations where the like, for example, let's say a recession hit and all kinds of good companies see their stock value lower. Well, recessions come and go, so sooner or later they're going to uh, come back into a prosperity period, and those good companies would value higher. Those are different cases where you can look at things and say, okay, the odds are stacked in favor of that. Okay, in this particular case, I wouldn't mess with this at all. Okay, now someone else asked us about, let's look. One of our users from Israel asked us about Tel Aviv Index. I think I pronounced that properly. And basically, what you got here is a market that's following the overall world markets, and you got a low point here, a lower low here, a high point here. All you need is another higher low, and you got a problem. Okay, and that could be this right here, for all we know. Okay, so keep an eye on it. But right now, there's nothing bullish about this chart. You'll notice if you look at the when the guy asked me the question, so yesterday, and you had right there, you had this dark cloud cover. Basically, it's bearish engulfing signal. You've seen that before. Okay, let's see, quasi there, and that one's already well into the sell mode. And they're not bullish signals. You don't want to be going long in that situation. Also, notice you're getting to the overbought condition there. Okay, that's not a place to be doing your buying. All right, very simple. Stay away from that one. If you guys have any other charts you want us to look at, just post a comment to this video. We'll take a look at them based on our opinion, of course, as our disclaimer will point out at the end of the video. Also, check out our free website at perfectstockalert.com. It's 100% free. All we ask in return is you refer a friend. and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need that support to stay free, okay? So it's very important that everybody does that. Awesome. Let's have a look at our free alert for tonight. All right, today's free alert is ticker symbol ACL, Alcon Inc. We've covered this one before. It's a very bearish chart. You've had lots of lower lows and lower highs on this guy. Let me get out some tools. You've got low point here, lower low here, high point here, lower high here, and she's been in a very confirmed strong downtrend for a while. Now she's bounced back up to the upper side of this move here, okay? Didn't have to do that. We told you to start shorting at the middle Bollinger Band line. Now you've got a secondary opportunity to add in right there, okay? And I would do that. That's 149.58 would be my short recommendation entry point, or higher if at all possible. And the reason for doing that is you have a very close stop loss limit at 153.21, 1 cent above the previous high. Previous high is 153.20, so your stop would be 1 cent above that at 153.21. You'll also notice you've got the infamous overbought condition, way overbought, 96.74, okay? And that's going to tighten up and roll over and break down, okay? You've also got lots of gaps below on the chart. Go ahead and mark one up. And those are never good, okay? So you've got one here, and you've got another one way down here, okay? Lots of bearish stuff there, all right? And so that's what I would do. I'd recommend an entry at 149.58 or higher with a stop at 153.21. The target exit point would be either the first gap fill down here, okay? If you're a short-term trader, that's what you do. If you're not, you would take out this one. If you're more like I am, try to go for the bigger gain there. That's the one I like, okay? Just still in a very strong downtrend. There's no reason to be a bull of this chart at all. And you'll notice the volume is very, very weak. There's nothing here that indicates strong smart money buying, anything like that. You'll notice also the MACD is now flattening. That's the sign that the move to the upside is already over, okay? All right, that's awesome. Also, I think I already said it, but there's our website address if you need that, okay? Thank you for your support. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's have a look at our disclaimer. The disclaimer. That's right. You can read it. God bless. Enjoy the evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, it's Friday. Yes.